Hi, sewist and aspiring sewist. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Doyen, and in this tutorial, I'm going to be taking you through the sewing process of how I made this UNICEF BarcaJersey. In the last video, I taught on the cutting process of how to achieve this jersey, and in this video, we're going to be learning further on how to sew it. So please kindly stay tuned and watch this video to the end. The first thing you want to do here is to join your shoulder lines together like this. Then place the front bodies on the back body just as seen in this video. And what you want to do here is to join the shoulder lines where I am pointing out here. So you want to join these shoulder lines together. After joining your shoulder lines together, the next thing you want to do is to fold your armhole area like this, and you want to notch the center point of your armhole. I'm going to do this on this part and also do the same thing on this other side as well. Next, after that, I'm going to be connecting my sleeve together with my armhole. So this is the notch point of my armhole, and I'm going to be connecting the notch point of my sleeve together with the notch point of my armhole. So I'm going to pin the sleeve towards the armhole, and I'm going to extend the sleeve around the armhole just as seen in this video. So basically, I'm going to be sewing around the armhole. I'm also going to repeat the same procedure on the other side as well. So after connecting the sleeves, this is what it looks like. Although it looks quite tacky, but after ironing and all of that, we're going to have a better look. One major issue with jersey fabrics is that they can become tacky, especially around curvy areas while sewing or after sewing. So the best thing to do is to properly iron your jersey after sewing and all of that. Next, after that, I'm going to be attaching this band to my sleeve. So I'm going to be placing it on a fold like this while I attach it to the down part of my sleeve. So while doing this, because you're working with the cotton rib fabric, do not stretch both fabrics. Just place your cotton rib fabric on your sleeve and sew. If eventually it wants to shrink, it will do that itself. So do not stretch at this point. You just place it on your down sleeve or your sleeve and sew. You don't need to stretch either the cotton rib or the sleeve itself. You don't need to stretch any of those. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to also repeat the same thing on the other side of my sleeve as well. For a clearer explanation, this is my sleeve and this is my sleeve band. The sleeve band is very stretchy. Now, you do not need to stretch your sleeve band while attaching to your sleeve. All you just need to do is position your sleeve band on your sleeve and sew. Do not stretch while sewing. There are some styles that you really have to stretch your sleeve band, but for this particular jersey, you don't have to stretch it. You are only joining to the sleeve for design purpose, not for shrinking purpose. I hope you understand. So this is what it looks like after attaching it to it. Next thing after that is the neckline band. So remember that previously we cut out 3 bands and we already attached 2 out of the bands. Then the next one will be the neckline band. So this is my neckline circumference, and I'm going to be measuring what we have on the circumference. So all you have to do is take your tape rule, measure round just as seen in this video, and what we have measured here is 9 inches. So out of the 9 inches, I'm going to just take out 2.5 inches from 90. So what we have left is going to be 6.5. So on my cotton rib here, I'm going to go ahead to measure 6.5. Now it depends on the fabric you are working with. This particular cotton rib is very stretchy, so I decided to minus 2.5 from whatever I measured, whatever my neckline circumference was. You can try to take out 2 inches if it is not so stretchy. So I'm just going to go ahead to sew my neckline, and this is what we have.
Hello, I'm super excited to announce to you that our online courses are now available. So if you are interested in learning more about streetwear, you want to know how to make t-shirts, joggers, hoodies, varsity jacket, tracksuits, sweatpants, cargo pants, and so many more, these courses are made for you. The courses are displayed on your screen. So if you are interested in registering for any of these courses, then you want to just click on the link underneath this video to register for these courses. And guys, guess what? These courses are well detailed. You're going to be learning how to identify fabrics, how to match make fabrics, size charts, measurements, and the like, depending on the course you are actually subscribing for. So you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. So kindly click on the link in my bio. Kindly click on the link in the description to actually register for this class. Bye.
Next thing you want to do here is to fold your neckline band like this. So we are going to be stretching this around the neckline. So this is my neckline circumference. This is the front side of my neckline circumference. So on the back side, I'm going to come towards the back side by about 1 inch before placing the neckline part. That's the joining part of my neckline. So I'm going to pin the joining part of my neckline around here, then stretch this towards the other point. So I'm going to turn over my jersey to the wrong side so I can properly see what I am sewing on. So this is my neckline band. So I'm going to be stretching towards the other end of my neckline, and I'm also going to pin this part down. So I'm doing this to make my neckline band sit evenly around my neckline. So I'm going to just be stretching my neckline around my neckline circumference. So the essence of you stretching at this point now is because the neckline band itself is shorter than your neckline circumference, so you have to stretch it to fit it around your neckline at this point. After sewing, this is what we have. So I'm going to be turning this over to the right face so you can see properly what we just achieved. So this is what it looks like around the neckline. So the major finishing for this part is to properly iron your neckline. So the next thing I'm going to be doing here is to join the sides of my jersey. So I'm going to pick it up from my sleeve area, downward. So at this point, I'm going to make sure that the band area aligns together, and then the armhole area also aligns together, and then I sew straight down. I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. This is how it is. I see that it's actually not difficult to achieve. All you just need to do is work with pattern fabric that matches what you want to work with, or you work with a plain fabric and do the magic. So the next thing I'm going to do is to tape the downside of my jersey. After taping on my jersey, the next thing is to add my customization to it, just the way we want it. The UNICEF comes first, and then the logo of the BarcaJersey comes on top on the red line. So this was actually what we're factoring when we were actually cutting. So that's why it is important that you follow it exactly the way it is, so it can come out just the way you want it. So this is also what will be on it. So I went ahead to heat this up on my heat pressing machine, waited for it to cool off a bit, and I am going to be taking off the protective liner on it now, and you can see that it is looking very beautiful already, and it is easy to achieve. So my dear sewers, this is what the final look of our BarcaJersey looks like. So if you're going to be trying this, please kindly let me know in the comment section, and always feel free to tag me when you eventually post a tutorial you recreated for my YouTube channel. And I will see you again in the next video. Bye.